Hi everyone, let us go ahead with the next format involved in the pro forma of preparing the balance sheet. As in the last class, we have gone through with the note number 1, 2, 3. Later in the present video, we are going to see from the 4 note to 12th note, right? Yes, this is when we complete the note number from 1 to 12. It completes with the liability part of the balance sheet. Later we shall go ahead with the asset part of the balance sheet, right? Yes, then later here we are having the note number 4, that is share application money pending allotment. It's the fourth note. This amount of fourth note, whatever is the outer column the amount is available, that will be carried forward to balance sheet. See, the first one is the share application money pending allotment. What does it mean? Means when the share applications are being issued to the shareholders, automatically we are going to receive the share application money for that. But what does it mean, share application money pending allotment? Means the share application money is received by the shareholders and the company will be receiving that. For that, the share certificates are not yet issued. That's what it is considered as pending allotment. Anything which is payable is considered as a liability. That's what it is taken on the liability part of the balance sheet. Then later, calls in advances. After making the many calls to the shareholders, when they are eager to pay the amount of that particular share, therefore it again constitute as a liability part of the balance sheet. That's what it is considered as the share calls in advances. This is with regards to note number 4, right? Yes, then later the note number 5 we are available with here. Note number 5, it says that long-term borrowings. What does the long-term borrowings means? Here the company is going, or the organization is going to borrow the amount from the outside parties for a long-term period. Long-term period means what? More than the 12 months, for the reason of buying the amount from the outside party more than 12 months. Then here we are having the first one, that is bonds and debentures. Bonds are being taken from the bond issuer, where they are being backed by the assets of that company. Then debentures are being issued, therefore bonds and debentures both are being taken from the outsiders for the long run basis. Means those are being taken with having an intention for having more than 12 months. That's what it is been considered as long term borrowings. Then term loan means we are going to take a loan from the outside parties, from the bank, inner column, from the others. Yes, there are again, apart from the bank, any other source of finance are available. From that, when we take the loan, at that time that will be written in the inner column, both will be added together and it will be taken to outer column. Then later here we are having the deferred payment liability. Deferred payment liability obliged to pay for the outsiders, not a problem. Then deferred payment liability means what? Here once when the tax are being assessed, we need to pay the tax, right? Yes, therefore here what will happen, deferred payment liabilities means we are going to, even though if the tax has been assessed, we are not going to pay right at now. We are going to defer it. We are going to pay it for the future period of time, even though if the liability is more, but we are going to pay for that. That's what it is considered as deferred payment liabilities. Then later deposits. If any outside parties makes the deposits in our organization for the long run period, at that time that will be considered in the long term borrowing. Then loans and advances from the related parties. Related parties means what? There will be some of the business affiliates are available, some of the shareholders groups are available, some of the block shareholders are available. All those parties are going to what? Provide a loans and advances. At that time that is meant for long run period, that's what that is being considered. Then later long-term maturities of finance lease obligation. Finance lease means what? There are some of the organizations where they are going to provide the finance for organization. At that time, when they are going to pay for the amount for our organization, where they are obliged to pay for our organization for more than 12 months. That's what it is considered in the liability part of the balance sheet. Suppose if any other loan and advances are available at that time, that will be taken, then all together that will be added and taken to the inner column known as long-term borrowings. That in that long-term borrowings we are having secured borrowing and unsecured borrowing. Secured borrowing, when we in order to borrow any source of fund, so that we need to put some of the secured assets for those bankers. At that time, that has been considered as secured borrowings. What does it mean unsecured borrowing? Whenever we are going to borrowing source from the outside party, we are not going to secure any of the assets for them. At that time, if of whatever the borrowings that we are going to take from the outside parties, if it has been more than 12 months, at that time it will be taken in the long-term borrowing. The amount of this total will be taken to working note number 5 in the balance sheet. Then later, then here we are having the sixth working note, that is deferred tax liabilities. Deferred tax liabilities, when the tax have been assessed, we have to pay the tax for the current period, but we are not going to pay, we are going to make it defer. It means we are going to pay it in the future period of time, even though if the tax has been more, but we are going to pay in the future period of time, right? That's what it is considered as deferred tax liabilities, right? Then here we are having less deferred tax assets, means sometime we are going to pay the tax well in advances on the assets, right? That's what it is been deducted from the deferred tax liabilities. Then that will be taken to the outer column. This amount, whatever this is available, this will be taken to the balance sheet in the note number 6. Then later, here we are going to have the next is other long-term liabilities. Other long-term liabilities, such as first one is trade payables. Right? What does the trade payables includes? Means when we have purchased a material from the outside parties, when we are having a stock in trade, when we have received services on credit from the outside party, at that time we have to pay an amount for them, right? At that time, when we are going to pay for them for the long run period, at that time it is considered as the liability. Therefore, trade payables will be taken in the inner column. Suppose if any other liabilities are available, suppose when we have purchased an asset such as plant and machinery on credit basis, which is considered as other payables, therefore that will be taken to the inner column. Both will be added together and that will be taken to outer column. This amount, whatever that is available, that will be taken to note number 7. Next, we are having here the long-term provisions. Long-term provisions. See, again, when we are going to create a provision, it does mean that it is a liability part of the balance sheet, right? See, here we are having provisions for the employee benefit. See, the employees are being keen interested towards their benefits in the organizations, such as they are going to have the pension, such as they are going to have the gratuity and all. There are again numerous types of provisions are available for the employee benefit. Suppose if with regards to the payment of that, when we create a provision, that should be again more than 12 months where we are going to pay for them. The provisions for the benefits, such as for example gratuity, is kind of gift provided to the employees or for the inside holders, a kind of pension where it is provided after the retirement. When we are going to create a kind of provision for them where we are going to make a payment after the 12 months, at that time it is considered as the liability part. Then Later, other provisions are also available, where we are having the provision for taxation, provision for paying outside for the long run period of time. Therefore, when we make the total and taking to the outer column, this working note will be taken to the balance sheet in the form of note number 8. Next, we are having the note number 9, short-term borrowings. Here, short-term borrowings, the first one is loans repayable on demand from bank from other parties. Means what will happen when we borrow an amount from the outside parties, that is been only for the shorter period of time. Once when the demand is been created from the outside parties, such as bank, such as some of the business affiliates, some of the group of the shareholders, at that time we have to pay for them, right? Yes. When we are going to pay for them, at that time it is considered as the short term obliged to pay. Therefore, it has been taken to the, both will be added together and that will be taken to outer column. The next here we are having loans and advances on the related parties, outside parties. When we take from them, when we eager to pay for them for the within a shorter period of time, within the 12 months of the period of the report of accounting date, at that time the deposits are available that has to be paid on date, then other loans and advances if it is been taken at that time. So that together will be added and that will be taken to outer column known as short-term borrowings. In that again some of the secured loans are available, then there are some of the unsecured loans are available, where these are in short term in nature. Secured, assume that a gold is being pledged in the bank and a loan is being taken for a period of time. At that time that will be considered as secured. Unsecured, where we are not going to keep any of the asset but we are going to take a loan from them. If a demand is being created, at that time we are going to immediately pay for them for the shorter period of time, right? Yes. Then later here we are going to have the next is guaranteed by directors under each of the loan, guaranteed by directors under each of the loans. Suppose if any loan is being taken, at that time when we are going to pay for a shorter period of time, at that time that is going to be considered. This amount of total will be taken to the note number 9 in the balance sheet. And again here we are going to have the trade payables. What does the trade payables includes? Again same as such, the trade payables includes the short term, where we are going to purchase a kind of material, purchased a kind of services on credit from the outside party. When a demand is been created, when we are going to pay for them upfront, at that time it is been considered as the short term, right? Then some of the other payables as such, if any are available, right? Yes, such as bills payable and all. And we make add together, this amount will be taken to the note number 10 in the balance sheet. Next, only 2 working notes are left us, note number 11, then note number 12. Here in case of note number 11, other current liabilities. See, there are some of the pure current liabilities are available, there are some of the other current liabilities are available. For example, here first one we are having the current maturities of long-term debt. Current maturities of long-term debt means what? Even though when the amount is being borrowed from the outside party, that it is been long-term in nature, but when it comes to the upfront, when the demand is being created, at the time we have to pay for them immediately. Therefore, the current maturities of long-term debt, and same situation in case of current maturities of lease obligations, then interest accrued but not due on borrowing. When the interest is been situated to pay for the borrowed amount, at that time the will be considered as other current liabilities. Then later we are going to have again interest accrued and due on borrowing. See, whatever accrued, that has to be paid for the outside parties. Then later we are going to have here unpaid dividends, that is unclaimed dividend. When it is been unclaimed dividend, we have to claim it for the outside parties, we have to pay for it for the outside parties which has been not claimed. At that time it is also coming under the current liabilities. Therefore, next one is application money received for allotment of securities and due for refund and interest accrued thereon. Means there are some of the when the applications are being issued for the securities, at that time when the amount of refunding or a kind of interest payable for that allotted shares are comes in upfront, at that time that will be coming under the other current liabilities. Then later we are going to have unpaid matured deposits and interest accrued thereon. Then unpaid matured debentures and interest accrued thereon, and other payables specify the nature. Okay, see, when unpaid matured deposits, unpaid matured debentures are available, at that time those are being not yet paid, but when it comes to the obliged to pay for the deposits, obliged to pay for the debentures, at that time it will be considered as the other current liabilities. When we together add of all the inner column, that will be taken to the outer column, this amount of other current liabilities will be taken to the note number 11 in the balance sheet, right? Then later we are going to have the short term provisions. See, provisions with regards to the employee benefit and provisions with regards to the, as we have discussed, this will be taken to the balance sheet in the working note. The provision for employee benefit which is available, which is short term, there are some of the short term provisions are available. If an employee is staying in our organization, for assume that suppose when it comes to the payment of the provident fund, suppose if the amount is being payable within the 5 year upfront, when the payment comes to an, and at that time we are going to pay for them, which is short term in nature, at that time it will be considered. Then later if any other provisions are available for paying of the current year, that will be taken. Both will be added together and that will be taken to outer column. This amount of the note number 12, this will be taken to the balance sheet in the working note. So far here we have discussed with the what, the note number 4 till note number 12. Therefore we have gone through with the liability part of the company final accounts balance sheet, so that in the next class we shall go ahead with the seeing of the asset part of the balance sheet.